We are literally in these streets, but we're at the top of North Van Buren Street right now. So let's hop straight into this. Welcome. I'm your host, Darshaun Smith. This is the Positivity Hour, episode 177. And today we're going to be talking about how to set achievable goals for yourself in 2025. Now, we've all been there before, okay? We've all set some goals, new year, new me, whatever your thing was. The goal was set and you subsequently proceeded to not achieve it. That being said, I'm betting that you were not satisfied with that result. And because of that, it's time to do something about it, okay? It's time to change. And I think the problem is not setting the goal. It's how you go about doing it. It's your mindset, it's your actions, it's the day-to-day, dream big, yes, but start small. We're going to talk about that in today's episode, and we'll see you after the intro. Woo! All right, now that the intro is played, like I already said, I'm Darshaun Smith, the host here. Sitting outside my blazer right here on North Van Buren Street, right next to a historical landmark, mansion up here. Maybe I'll do some B-roll of the neighborhood and where I'm at here in Iowa City. There's bunnies and squirrels and white women walking their dogs, looking at me strange, and just a whole bunch of wildlife out here, So it's a beautiful thing, great day to be alive, great day to spread some positivity, some peace, love, and information that is positive into the world. So with all that being said, thanks for your time, and let's get into it. Roll that time capsule.
Time capsule.
All right, the first thing that I have on my list here, I have 4 things total, but I'll be quick, is I recorded 2 podcast episodes earlier this week with a good friend of mine, John, who I'm recording his podcast for and such. Those will be episodes 178 and 179. So we'll talk more about that later, but I just wanted to acknowledge that because you're not always going to be prepared, air quotes, for your moment, but you get called lucky when preparation meets opportunity. And I went to record a podcast and some things happened and I was like, well, we're already here. I've been wanting to interview you. You got some time? And we ended up knocking 2 episodes out. And I just wanted to document that, if things don't go right, don't have a backup plan, but be ready to adjust, okay? Pivot. Second thing I want to talk about, look at this, okay? I love framing these shots like this because I can actually put stuff on the screen and you could actually see it as I'm talking about it. But look at SHEDEUR Sanders. That man looks really good in 12. I know that one guy is going to be saying something. I know I'm living rent free in his head. I love it, okay? I'm sorry that I support a young black man who's literally a few months younger than me, achieving his dreams, goals, and aspirations. We got to support each other, us brothers out here. We can't be tearing each other down. And that's my goal here with this podcast. So yet again, another opportunity of that. I can't wait to, as you'll see with John, and as I interview more people, highlight local folks, regional folks, as well as the people on the national stage and who are ultimately worldwide one day as well. So look alive for that. Next brother I want to lift up in this troubling time he's going through is my boy DDG. Okay. As you can see here, DDG just hit 1 million followers on Twitch. He now has 1 million followers on every single account he's ever created an account on. And as he said in his song Motion, I'm not new to this. I've been having this thing y'all call motion. And it's yet again, as he's battling for the custody of his child and all of these things, he's still working, he's still persevering, he's still helping people, entertaining people, still providing value to the world throughout all the adversity. And I think that cannot be understated. That's something that, sucks to go through. Personally, I don't have a kid. I don't know what it is to fight for child custody, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but I could bet you it's probably a troubling thing. So shout out to him for staying strong in these moments of adversity. And the last thing I want to talk about, I told myself I was going to Google the plantation name. I didn't, so it's going to be on the screen, and obviously the picture and or videos of this is going to be happening. But 2 or 3 days ago on Wednesday, it's currently Sunday, May 18th. Around the 14th or something, one of the last antebellum slavery time mansions in some southern part of our country in the great United States of America burnt to the ground. And I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie, Black Twitter was eating that up. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And obviously, yeah, it sucks, for whoever owned it. And I hope it wasn't like an arson thing. By no means am I condoning, someone set it on fire on purpose. But if it just so happened to get caught on fire, I think one of the last standing remnants of our racialized slavery past in this nation being burnt to the ground literally is a beautiful thing. I'm not gonna lie. And there was a lot of good memes, a lot of good conversations, a lot of terrible degeneracy as well, it must be said, that was talked about. But I think overall it was a net positive for our country. I mean, like I said, it was like a hotel. It was like a wedding venue that you could go like sleep in the master's room and all of this. And I'm just like, what are we doing, y'all? It's 2025. Can we just like have a real conversation about what happened rather than like glorifying it, 250, 300 years in the future? Like, I don't know. Okay. Let's not get canceled because some white folks do watch this and those white folks do be edgy. So let's move on. Main topic.
Time for the main topic.
All right, we're going to keep this nice, short, and sweet. The three things, three things, three steps. We'll do steps I had to restart for the Instagram clip, okay? We anything you say can and we'll use in the final edit, okay? Y'all are seeing the behind the scenes of greatness being made. I'm just messing with you. But me. Main topic. 3 steps to set better goals. I'm gonna give it to you straight, Goose, okay? Number 1, believe something is possible, okay? Number 2, want to do something about it, okay? Like, yes, it's one thing to know it's possible, but next it's knowing the steps to go do it, which leads you to number 3, start small and be consistent. Keep showing up regardless of the adversity, regardless of your situation, whatever's happening, good, bad, ugly, beautiful, do it. Oh Lord, I burped and I messed up the clip. But whatever, we're gonna post this on Instagram. And now that we got the bogus Instagram clip one, which I literally burped halfway through on, let's break this down, okay? So like I said, the 3 steps. 1, believe something is possible, okay? 2, want to do something about it. And 3, start small and be consistent, okay? Number 1, let's break that down. How do you believe in something, okay? As I was watching a podcast from Alex Ramosi the other day, he was talking about like amorphous words, like manifesting. Like, what does manifesting actually mean? Like, is it like a belief? Okay, well, if that is true, like, what is a belief? Anyways, before we go down that rabbit hole, the whole point of an amorphous term, in which we have plenty, like be patient. Be patient doesn't mean anything. Be patient means find something else to do in the meantime until you can do what you want to do. And same thing with, belief. What does believe mean? Okay. To me, believe means have an idea in your head in which your actions can align with on a daily basis. Okay. Believe that something is even possible, meaning that you've seen it in the world or you can fathom. Oh, look, a Cybertruck. Told you, we in these nice neighborhoods. I was crazy. Hey, side note real quick. What y'all think about the Cybertruck? I think that joint looks so cool. I would love a Cybertruck. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really like Elon that much, but I like his bank account. You know what I'm saying? But that's a different conversation for another time. But I like what he makes. Cybertruck and rockets. He up. Back to believing. For me, believing is, like I said, a mind frame, but also, things you've either conceived in life, okay, like thoughts or testimonies from other people about their experiences, or I think even better, like that Cybertruck, things you can see with your own life, okay? No one thought building an electric cheese slice truck was possible till Elon did it. Everyone was like, oh, they're not gonna build that. I don't believe they're gonna do it. You just saw one drive by a second ago, so shoot, I think you believe. So I think for setting goals, you just need to believe. Like some of my goals, like that I achieved, like I wanted to buy a house. At first it was, I wanted to buy a house before I graduated college. But then I understood that, that was a little bit too big of a goal, as was step 3. So I said before 2030. So that gave me about 7 years of post-college, to make some money and actually do that. Funny enough, when I lengthened out the time, the cards all fell into place and I was able to do that like within a month after graduating college. And that was a pretty cool experience, It must be said, kind of sucked how it came about, but nonetheless, a goal was achieved. That's just one. Something we're going to talk about in the Let's Get Personal section is like dream cars or dream houses, or, seeing better ways of living, seeing these, I'm around $1 million homes right now in the north side of Iowa City. Like, we're literally on a hill. Like, that's why I came here, because I walked up here the other day just because it was so cool to sit like farther, like right behind where the camera is now, and then just look down the hill at people, like as they drove by or as they walked by or what have you. And I thought that was cool. And I was like, dang, bro, there's a reason why rich people live on a hill. It's just fun to look down at people. I had to come experience that so I could believe it, so I could see it, so I could, have that testimony of being like, oh, that's what it feels like. Okay, like that. I can see it now. I can visualize it. I believe it now. It's in my brain. I say all that to say that's why step one is very important. Believe something is possible. Like we'll talk about in the Let's Get Personal section. I saw 4 of my dream cars in this last week. Whether it would be the Lamborghini I want, or the Dodge Charger Hellcat wide body with the same exact color that I want. Like, literally, like, I was feeling a little down, you know what I'm saying? But then I saw my goals in real life. I saw people who looked like me in those vehicles, and I was like, dang, like, this is possible. Like, people can do this. I can do this. I believe. Like, that's why I'm still talking about point number 1, because it's that important. Okay, you got to believe. If you don't even believe it's possible, it's not gonna happen. But let's say hypothetically you believe now. Okay, number 2, you got to want to do something about it. Now, what does that look like? What does that mean, Darshaun? Like, you were talking about these amorphous terms. You just used one right there, okay? And for you, I'll say this. What is doing something about it, okay? What is wanting, okay? Once you have figured out what those 2 words mean, I won't put words in your mouth. Figure that out for yourself. You'll understand want to do something about it, okay? That's, for me, having action steps. For me, that's having, okay, like, I want to, lose another 7 pounds in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Oh my goodness, look at that bird. What kind of bird was that? I don't know where I am, bro, but I like this neighborhood. That was like, it's like a blue bird, but it's not a blue jay. Like, I don't know. Like I'm saying, the squirrels are fighting over there. This is crazy. A lot of wildlife going on right now. Want to do something about it. Like, for me, that's having action steps. For me, that's having, things I could do on a daily basis. Like I was saying about me losing some weight, I'm consistently below 280 pounds now. And I've been weighing in the morning around 277, on a consistent basis, depending on if I drink some water or if I went to the bathroom before or not, maybe it's 278 then or whatever. And I told myself like something, now that I believe, and because I have the data over this last month and a half of me losing weight and what I'm doing working, I was like, okay, I want to do something about it. I want to do it more. So I was like, I told myself, when I lose another 7 pounds, like, I'm getting a blizzard. You got to treat yourself. You got to put a little carrot in front of yourself sometimes. But I say all that to say that it's like, you got to remember your why. Okay, that's another reason. That's another thing that will motivate you to figure out why you want to do something, but most importantly, you'll have your reason for doing it. Okay, it doesn't have to be weight loss. It could be, advancing in your career. Let's say you're a, entry-level data analyst at Goldman Sachs or whatever. Okay, you want to be, Wolf of Wall Street, top dog millionaire type beat. That's possible. Okay, you work with those people. You know where their office is. You see what they do on a daily basis. What's stopping you? Genuinely ask yourself, what's stopping you? Like that Cybertruck that just went by, cooler, 100,000. I'm next to this, house that just sold for $800,000, last month. What's stopping me from buying that? What's stopping you from buying that? We see the types of people, we see their actions, and most importantly, they wanted to do something about it. If you want to live there, if you want to get that job, if you want to get that woman or that guy to be your partner so you can have kids with them, if you want this car, if you want to have a road that's all cobblestone like this, this historic road that was built in 1850, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, yeah, like you gotta want it. You gotta want it. So yeah. And then most importantly, step 3. Okay, we talked about believing it. You got to want it, and that includes, making sure your life revolves around it and your actions are accordingly. Start small and be consistent. You're not going to buy an $800,000 house, at the age of 18. Okay, very few people in this planet could do that. Do those people exist? Obviously, yes. There's always an exception to the rule. But if you're watching this, I can tell you more often than not, you're not that guy, pal. Okay, you're not that guy. You're not that girl, buddy. Okay, like you're not that they them, and that's okay. That means you gotta start small and dream big. Me, the house I bought wasn't anything special. Cool little sub 100K house. Build the credit portfolio. Have a nice little technical rental property, stuff like that. Me and this car, I didn't start with a 2020. I started with a 2004. The car is almost as old as me. I had that car for 3-4 years, got my money out of it. I still own it, but now I got this car. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, I got goals and dreams of buying cars that could buy all 27 houses on the block I bought a house. You know what I'm saying? You got to start small, okay? Dream big, of course, but start small and stay consistent. Let's say you want to go to the gym, okay? Let's say you want to lose some weight. Did you know that you can go to the gym and burn all the calories you want, but if you're doing a poor job on your diet, doesn't matter what you do in the gym, it's not gonna, give you the results that you want. So if it's going to the gym, that's your thing, start small and stay consistent. Show up to the gym 2 days a week, Monday, Friday, maybe you're Wednesday, Sunday, whatever it is, 20 minutes. Don't even go for a while. Just walk the treadmill for 20 minutes. And once you start doing that and you got 2 days down consistently for 20 minutes, you could do one of two things. You could add a third day, so you could go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, or you could do Monday, Friday, but for 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And instead of just walking the treadmill, you now walk the treadmill and do the elliptical, or you walk the treadmill and you do bicep curls, or you do the row machine or whatever. You just start small, stay consistent, and keep building up. Same thing with these cars. I bought a 2004, busted Impala with rust on the side for $2,300 cash, okay? Move your way up to a more modern car that, hopefully can last you a little bit longer, decent monthly payment that you can actually afford. And then, save some money in the meantime so you can save for that next car or save for that, next house, okay? Same thing there, same thing applies, okay? I'm beating this to the, how do you say it? I don't know. The point's dead, okay? I think y'all get it. Last few things I wanted to talk about. So we talked about like how to set better goals, okay? But like, what even is a goal, okay? Have you ever asked yourself that? I'm not going to give you the Google definition because I don't want to get my phone. It's over there in the front seat, and I'm the one take God, and I'm not trying to show you my rear. Sign up to my OnlyFans, okay? That's crazy. Can't get that shot for free. But for me, what a goal is, just like it's a destination, okay? It's a milepost on the journey of life, okay? For me, like I said, I can only speak intelligently about my perspective. I want some crazy cars, okay? Some people, their trophies in life are watches or houses or whatever. No, I want cars, okay? I will live in a bummy shack with a souped up garage to house my 20 cars, okay? I don't even want that many. I can't even drive them all, but whatever. I'll let my friends drive them then. I ain't got no friends though, so that's the problem. Gotta make some friends before I get rich. But yeah, a goal is, like I said, a milepost on the journey. It's a layover on the way to the end goal in life, which is success, or for a lot of people, death or heaven or whatever you believe in, so on and so forth. So when it comes to like, what is a goal? That's something you need to define. That's something, once you define it once, you should be good for a while until you achieve some more. And then you could, revisit that, but write it down, like genuinely. Like I said, I give you my definition. What's yours? Put it in the comments below. What happens when you do these 3 steps right? Okay. And what happens when you do these 3 steps wrong? Well, we'll start with the wrong. Okay. I'm always a give me the bad news first kind of guy. When you do these steps wrong, you're going to keep living your exact life, okay? You maybe will regress and pretty much experience what you're currently experiencing. That's like saying new year, new me. You go to the gym, you sign up for a Planet Fitness membership for, 6 months or whatever, but you only went like 15 days out of those 6 months, and then you cancel it. Like, you're going to keep getting the same results and being stuck and sad about why you can't achieve the things you want to achieve. All that being said, what happens when you do it right? When you do these 3 things right, when you believe something is possible, when you want to do something about it, and you start small and you stay consistent over a long ass time, you will see success. You will drive that Lamborghini one day. You will live in this nice house. You will have the woman of your dreams or the guy of your dreams. You will, live on the golden brick road, okay? And next to some of the best schools in the state you live in, okay? Like you will have those things. But if you don't believe it's possible, that won't happen, okay? If you aren't willing to work for it and do what's necessary to be in the circles and read the books and have the jobs and whatever, so on and so forth, that's not possible. And if you start too big, another, $100,000 blacked out SUV going by, if you don't start small and be consistent, you're gonna experience burnout, which is another amorphous term, which means you're not receiving the reward fast enough to give you the dopamine hit in your brain to keep you going, okay? And sometimes in life, you're gonna have to have a few grind seasons where you're not gonna see, any rewards for multiple years, okay? Months, years, whatever it is. But, on social media and Instagram and the instant gratification we get from having conversations with our friends, generally speaking these days, you get the instant dopamine on a daily basis, if not hourly, minute basis. And I think when done right, you'll see way more success using this little framework that I just presented to you. So the time is now. I believe in you, okay? I'm giving you what I use, okay? This is just my little bit of knowledge I want to put into the world. And if you disagree with it, that's great. Let me know why, okay? And let's move on to Let's Get Personal section.
Let's get personal.
All right, so now that we're getting personal, something I wanted to talk about, which I already mentioned, which I just, now that we're here, we can talk more about it, I guess, for another minute. Take advantage of your opportunities as soon as possible, like ASAP. Like I said earlier, lucky is another amorphous term, but as it was defined to me a few years ago, and when I say a few, I mean like 15 years ago. I'm 23, so almost over half my life ago. Lucky is just when preparation meets opportunity. It's that simple. And I think I got a pretty good episode with a local business owner who's doing, 6 figures a year, really trying to grow and develop, and wanted to drop some sauce about who he is, what he does, what he can do for this world, what he could do for this community, some of his goals for the future, and how he plans to help people who, need an opportunity, help people who just need an extra little hand up, or help those people who already have the hand up get to that next level, whatever it is. And like I said, all of this came about because I went there to record a podcast with my guy John. I've been working with him, my business and him. Our business working relationship and our friendship has been about 3 years. And we went there, we as in me, myself, and I, to record a podcast. But like I said, for some reason it just didn't pan out, which no problem, it happens. But like I said, take advantage of your opportunity, okay? Some may say I'm lucky. I just got this interview with this guy, his first public interview ever. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I lied. He did an interview with the TV news station out. It's on the screen or whatever. A few months ago. So I guess I'm number 2. But hey, second's the best, baby. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like luck is just when preparation meets an opportunity. I had all my equipment. I had some talking points. The squirrel just tried to climb up my camera tripod. That's crazy. I had my talking points. They were in my head. I didn't have them written down. And I was like, YOLO, you just want to record real quick? And he said, yeah. So one thing led to another. And you got the next 2 episodes for the first time in 20 weeks will not be recorded a few hours before you saw them. They were recorded 2 days ago on Friday, the 16th of May. So look alive for that. I'll do a little intro or whatever before I get into all that, and maybe provide some context. But the episodes will stand on their own. So yeah, one's like a sit down one, And another is like a tour of his facility. That's 12,800 square feet that he just moved into a few months back. So yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing. Next thing I want to talk about, like I said, I saw some of my dream cars. I saw Lamborghini Huracan Technica. It was orange, Dodge Viper, BMW i8, Hellcat, all in Iowa City, you know, and some more. But those were just the notable ones. And it's like I said, it's one thing to see the cars, you know, and be like, wow, like people where I live in this little old town have these things, you know, people like in the BMW i8 or in the Lamborghini, people who look like me, like brown people, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, nappy hair and, you know, little chains on and all that. Like people who look like me are driving these things in the same spot I live. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what these people do. There's multiple paths to get to your goals, and everyone's path to success looks different. But I saw that and I was like, dang, bro, like that really lifted my spirits. I'm not gonna lie, because like this last week, I've just been grinding, bro. Like this last like month, I've just been grinding and just working so hard, and I've just been so isolated from like my family. And like I said, I don't really got no friends, like straight up with you, like, cause I just be working. Like I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't go out, I don't do nothing, because all my money and time and energy is focused towards my business, or, you know, trying to figure out a way to make more money and achieve success at a young age. And I'm telling you, bro, like I literally almost shed a tear when I saw that Lambo and I saw that black man driving that. I was just like, dang, like it's possible, bro. Like this is what I'm working for. I'm not working for the car, okay? The car is just a trophy of the success I achieved. I'm working for freedom, okay? I'm working for the fact that I saw that while I was working my day job, doing something the white man had told me to go do. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I understand if you want to own a business, it's going to take a lot of your freedom away to, you know, do some things. But once you achieve a certain point of financial success, you can have freedom in all realms of your life. And that's what I'm working towards. And it really helped to see that in real life and just be like, dang, bro, like this is what I'm working for. And like I said, I really almost shed a tear, bro. I almost had to pull the bus over, bro. It was crazy. Um, and yeah, funny enough, that was the last point. Feeling down about working so much, but yeah, man, it's the price. I'm not burnt out. I'm not feeling any type of way. You know what I'm saying? I just understand. I understand the process. I understand my 3 steps. Okay, you got to believe it's possible, and I freaking believe. I see people who are ultra successful doing what I'm doing right now, but they just are 10 years ahead of me. They've worked more, so I just need to work more as well, so that in 10 years I could be where they're at, if not more. You know, I know what to do. Okay, and I'm starting small and I'm going big. Okay, I didn't just say YOLO and quit the day job. I'm saying, nah, like I got to do both until I got to do one or the other, you know? So it's way more stressful. It's way more chaotic. I have no free time because all I do is work, but it's a beautiful thing and I wouldn't change anything. So let's get some wisdom from your OG and let's get up on out of here.
Wisdom from your OG.
All right, I got 2 videos that I want to watch real quick. Obviously, I'm out here in the public and I didn't download them to my tablet. I keep forgetting I have YouTube Premium, so like I can do stuff like that. But I didn't download them. So as I come outside more and do these podcasts in different locations that I think are cool, I want to watch these videos with you. But the first video is from Chris Do. It's about how to set goals. Obviously, you know, he's a graphic designer, like business marketer kind of guy, ultra successful. He's been through some things, seen some things in this world. He's like successful. He has motion, the kids say. So let's get his take on the matter. Go, Christo.
Sometimes we set really small goals and it doesn't require us to learn and to grow. And sometimes we set really big goals that make us feel depressed when we don't get there. Or we feel so good about ourselves that we set a big goal that we actually don't do the work to get there. The last dangerous part about setting really gigantic goals is you make an excuse for yourself like, oh, it was a really big goal. I got to here, that's fine. I don't believe in that. I believe you set goals that are slightly out of your reach. You expand to reach that. And when you hit it, you set new goals and you just keep pushing it. And so this way you get the reward of learning what it means to set a goal, to focus, to build a game plan, and to do the hard work and stay in that pocket. And you get there and you're like, I did it. I can't believe I did it. How good does that feel? And then you ask yourself this question: what else am I capable of doing?
Yeah. Okay, Christo. That was hard. the next little thing I want to show you is a video from Brian Tracy. I got to meet Brian Tracy actually when I went to Las Vegas last month with my brother's company to record them because they like flew. I don't know if they flew Brian Tracy out, but they did pick him up from the airport in a limo, and we all went out to eat and at this restaurant. I didn't get a picture with him because I was the one taking the pictures for other guys, but you know, I said like 2 words to him, so it was cool. But if you don't know who Brian Tracy is, one of the most renowned, like world-renowned salespeople on the planet. He's like 80-something now, but he's still very sharp in the head and always willing to pass the game on and have a conversation and take a picture. He's such a humble guy. Super cool to meet him. But here's him like 50 years ago, speaking about goals as well. Go.
With goals, what you do is this. You make a list of all the things you'd like to accomplish in the next 1 to 5 years. And then you go down the list and write ABC. What you'd love to do, what you'd like to do, what's not that important. Then you take your A goals and you make A1, A2, A3.
All right, now that has went, think about that. You know, like he didn't really say anything, but he says something, okay? I was thinking about how I wanted to like break that down, but I'm gonna just read what I wrote here, and I said, think about it. I want you to think about that and let me know what you think he means by that, okay? And same with Chris Doe. All that being said, next week's topic, like I said, I got 2 pre-recorded videos coming out soon. Yeah, that's about it, you know. Subscribe to the channel. Is also what I put on here for next week. You know, stay tuned, you know, put those notifications on because we got some banger interviews coming up and I want to do more. I got more people in the pipeline, more people I'm trying to get on the podcast and share their story and how they're impacting the community and how they're keeping people positive around them, so on and so forth, because this is the Positivity Hour. I'm your host, Darshaun Smith, and this is the outro. So keep pushing, keep grinding. DSP is taking over. You know, make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hit, comment, follow, unfollow, share, report. I just want to let y'all know, man, we up. We working hard, but we ain't working hard for nothing. We working hard for success. I'm working hard for my kids, my future kids. I'm working hard for, you know, my family, my mom, so, you know, she can experience nice things in this life, you know what I'm saying, for once. You know what I'm saying? She's been through a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, we up, okay? And we up. Yeah, man. I'll see y'all next week for the sit-down episode, and then the week after that will be the studio tour, as we said. That being said, because it was so impromptu, I didn't put much thought into like how I wanted to structure this. You know, in this podcast, I have like sections, okay? Like, let's get personal or the main topic. Yeah, we just kind of like talked. I kind of want to do sections or something like that where I can get some sort of time capsule element in the podcast as well. But I don't know. We'll save that for next time. So that's all I got for now. And I'll see you around, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for making it this far. If you made it this far, and like I said, drop a like or subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers before this end of this month. We got like 20 more to go. Is it possible? Yes. Am I doing what's necessary? Probably not. I probably would need to make the content that people would subscribe for, but I got a lot more videos to post before then, almost 2 a day. So there's still hope, I believe, okay? Let's keep working hard. Let's keep crushing life. Let's keep going after new goals, gang. And as per usual, I got you a song snippet at the end. Since I was talking about my mom and all that, I'm gonna play the song I just made 2 days ago, Walking Bucket List. Till we meet again, I'm gone. Fade to black. Woo!
Is the mic on? Walking bucket list, got Gucci on my feet. I got Goyard on my back. Moms don't worry about EBT. I'm like almost 24, but I'm still like 23. You know I stay with it, yeah, it's 23 and me. Come outside, boy, come take a walk with me. Better keep up. We like rock stars, but we don't rock no jeans. No I heard they stiffed you, boy. Better give up them keys. It's up to you, control your life, stay in that driver's seat. We turn it up, we going fast. We taking turns to eat my trash. Blah, blah. Oh shoot, that's 200 on the dash. High rise, paid full in cash. New friends gotta pass the test. Old friends left in my past. Old heads, now they just mad. My life a movie, you'd pay to experience half the stuff I see.